Hey everybody, welcome you scholars out there. Today we're going to do the unboxing of Tarot of Vlad Dracula. And I just got to say, I did an interview the other day with Travis. It was a great interview, loved talking to him. Mine came in the mail a while back and I just haven't got a chance to open it. So I already slit it for you. I know some of you like to see the slits, but I already did that. So let's dig in. I haven't taken anything out, so everything will be first impression. Words matter. And we will go from there. Let me adjust my... Alright, so... Gotta get my mic adjusted right. Alright, so let's do this. I love this packaging and stuff he does. I just think it's beautiful. I love the materials he uses for this. So I assume this is the deck. We'll dig into that here in just a moment. Oh, got a sticker. Thank you for supporting the Tarot of Vlad Dracula. Please find enclosed your deck and stretch goal items. And then a little bit about the history of the deck. Cool. Or a little bit about the information. And about his next project. So if you want to know more about his next project, also check out the interview I did with him, because we talk about that in depth. Cool. Cool. Alright. Oh, that's cool. Transylvania. Little map of it. I'm not a scholar of the Dracula lore. I just know bits and pieces. So I couldn't tell you the details about this map, but that is really cool. And I like the paper he put it on. It's kind of like we're on a search for Transylvania, and here's the Antiquarian Map to get us there. Cool. Set that to the side gently. Nice hardcover book. Thanks for your support. Got a nice signed copy here. First edition. I love first edition things. I'm a collector. I wouldn't be a good scholar if I wasn't. Let's dig into the cards, because that actually breaks down the cards' meaning. Nice little insignia. That is the insignia of Vlad Dracula. Okay. I love the dual lining too. A lot of people don't do that. A lot of people will just do like the single lining, but I do like the dual lining. Woo, tiny font, but that's alright. It goes through and describes the meanings and stuff of the tarot cards. I don't have a knife. Should have prepared better. One moment, everyone. That's cool. Now, I know he had some troubles with this because of COVID, getting everything printed correctly, or getting on time, and had some hiccups in it, which happens. This is cool. The box is neat. I like it. Now, what's interesting about these is it's not your traditional size tarot. These are wider. You know, the other ones are about like that, maybe a little bit. So it's a little bit different feel than your normal tarot. Oh, no, we don't want to do that. We're going to do it this way. Like that. We'll do it like that. We're going to move some things around, sorry. Alright, I just want to make sure you can hear me better. Alright, so, got the Magician. What's interesting about this one, I suppose that would be Dracula's wife, the High Priestess. Well, look at that, the princess. Yes, I totally missed that. I didn't read. Score 1 for me not reading. Yeah, these are cool. Let the world see where I have been. Wow. Okay, that's cool. Because you have Let the World See Where I've Been. You have the insides opened, laying against. It looks like a rooftop almost, but then like the perception's a little bit different. But what's awesome about that is you have the symbolism of openness, of she's not a sign of conquering, but she's a sign of openness and emitting her knowledge, or their knowledge and experiences that she has gained. So that's cool. It's like, see me for what I am, see my inside, see me deeply. That's cool. I like that. Nice. Ooh, I like the skeletal type. Bony old fingers of the Hierophant. That's cool. What is that there? Interesting. That's like some kind of text. I'd have to look into it a little bit deeper. I like the markings on the hands. It kind of has a symbolism of learning through trial and error. Interesting. I like these. There's a lot of, like, you can, tarot's about intuition. Oh, tarot's about intuition, so these are very interesting to get. I want to do a reading with these, but I'm trying to figure out use cases, because everyone has a tarot. Well, some people use one tarot deck. A lot of people will have a tarot deck for certain situations, certain events. These are really cool. That looks painful. Better to rot than to be led to captivity. I'm not going to relate that to current events at all. This is like a dark one. I like it. Well, I mean, there's nothing really light about Vlad. His whole history was mostly entrenched in some form of violence. I like how he adapted. It's not pentacles, it's coins. That's cool. We're going to go through these a little bit quicker. See, we're in the minor arcana now, and the minor arcana is like more about the life of Vlad. More about like things in his personal world and elements that relate to him. Whereas the major arcana was like his life story, which the Fool's Journey, we've talked about that many times on this channel. And I'm not calling Vlad a fool by no means, but it's the concept of start to finish, your conquest, your evolution of soul. That's what I mean by that. Interesting. Oh man, this is such a... It's an interesting deck. I love it. I need to build display cases for all of these things so I can preserve them and also display them. Which is kind of interesting because when people come over, especially some family members, having a whole bunch of tarot and occult books on display may not be the conversation starter I prefer it to be. But it's my life. My journey. Stakes instead of wands. Wow, that has kind of a dichotomy to it because wands is typically emotion and like your emotional body, right? So stakes, in the eyes of Vlad, were tools of terror, which is an emotion, which is reflected throughout this deck, as Vlad's emotional state. Well, not just emotional state. So stakes replacing wands is symbolic too, especially relating to the specific idea of Vlad. Oh. The thing about this is, while these are not 100, these are artist interpreted woodcuts, right? Like he had these custom made for this deck. So these weren't based off of, this weren't an artist of the time, based off of it. Except for maybe that one. That one actually looks very familiar from an art piece back then. But the idea is, I guess what I'm getting at is it's very inspired that what you would see here is very plausible to what you had seen at the time. And that is to say, there is some historical relevance to these situations where we know that things like this have happened during his reign. Wow, maybe not that, but well, maybe. Would not put it past him. Like I said, I'm not a scholar of Vlad, but now I'm captivated to learn more. History note: Dracula is actually dragon. That's cool. That is really cool. Put that in there. I need to put that in there too. Okay, that doesn't go in there. And then we'll get to the book, people. We love the books. Everyone loves the books. I love signed copies of things, too. I got a signed copy of Frater Ashen Chassan's Gateways of Light and Shadow. And it's one of my top prized books. I got several up there. I got an old copy as well of Magic Without Tears and Magic Without Tears, and I wish I had a better copy. It's an old 1970s version, and it's seen better days. So this is just like your normal tarot book. And there's history. Oh, cool. There's some history. There's history around it too. Man, he put a lot of good work into this. Not that I doubted it. Let's see if he talks about the stakes at all. Maybe he saw the same idea. 4,000 years. Yeah, basically, yeah, emotions of suffering and yeah, and he goes into why the stakes were selected and how. Interesting. I'm not going through this page by page, guys. If you want to do that, I recommend getting a copy and supporting the artwork. And I'm not affiliated, by the way. I'm not getting kickback for any of this. Whoa, cool. What's all this? Okay, so we have the King of Swords, but now let's talk about Appendix. Search for the Lost Grave of Vlad. Cool. Vlad Dracula. Decree establishing the Order of the Dragon. Oh, I should have asked him about that more. Dang it. Because there was a cool little... Story of the Dragon. He has... Yay! He has a bibliography! You'd be surprised how many people don't. Well, there it is. The Tarot of Vlad Dracula. Or the Tarot of Vlad Dracula. Yeah, that was horrible. Okay, I promise I won't do that again. But yeah, I hope you enjoyed it. I enjoy these. I enjoy supporting Kickstarter art, and especially around esoteric and the occult. And what better way to get first editions of things? And if you're a collector, yeah, like, duh. So I hope you all enjoyed it. I hope the audio is okay. I tried something different this time. So thank you all.